Yes, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Warzone Jones coming right back at you, pro wrestling related topic video. And you know, I want to talk about this big situation that has just gotten bigger, and bigger. The situation with JBL and Mauro Ranallo. This situation has just gotten bigger and bigger over the weeks. You know, it started off small, but then, you know, people kept talking about it. You know, you start hearing rumors about the reason why Mauro Ranallo has been gone off of TV. Now, it turns out that those rumors seem to be actually true. Mauro Ranallo doesn't seem to be coming back to the WWE. Now, the reason that has been said is because he's been bullied by JBL. That's John Bradshaw Layfield. You know, the former WWE champion. He's in the Acolytes. You know, this guy really does have a reputation for basically being an asshole, you know, a bully. And he's said to have, you know, bullied Mauro Ranallo. Now, Mauro Ranallo hasn't been in the WWE all too long. I remember seeing Mauro Ranallo in like Strike Force and mostly MMA organizations. So when I first saw him in the WWE, when I heard his voice, like I remember, I heard it and I remember thinking, wait, that voice sounds familiar. And then I saw his face. I'm like, oh wait, I remember that guy. I remember seeing that guy in MMA fights. You know, well, not in MMA fights, but doing commentating for MMA fights. And after all, you know, overall, I kept seeing him weekly on SmackDown, and he was good. Now, the guy was definitely good at his job at commentating, so he was a good fit in the WWE. Now, this whole situation with him and JBL, you know, JBL had posted a comment on his Twitter that everyone else made the show, and there was a snowstorm, at which was said the reason why Mauro Ranallo didn't show up. So there was this big, huge snowstorm, and JBL puts everyone else made the show. And although he didn't say everyone else made the show other than Mauro Ranallo, everyone else could pretty much put two to two together. He was talking about Mauro Ranallo. Mauro Ranallo wasn't there on the show. And, you know, Mauro Ranallo has been said to have what they call bipolar disorder, which is a mental illness. So when he hears something like that, it's probably going to get to him mentally, really easily, and probably going to get to him in a way where not necessarily like how it would get to like either me or you. Like, it's just going to mess with his mind. So his mind is basically kind of effed up. He has kind of an effed up mind because he has this bipolar disorder, and that kind of makes you kind of crazy in a way, because it's a mental illness. Now, JBL has been said to have bullied countless of people down through the years. I heard he was disrespecting Joey Styles, who was a former ECW commentator, and he was at one point in WWE. But I heard that, you know, that he got knocked out by damn, I just had his name. I just literally lost his name. Damn, Joey Styles, excuse me there. Yeah, maybe I got a mental illness myself, but Joey Styles, I heard Joey Styles knocked out JBL because he just basically kept on screwing around with him. The Miz has been documented about JBL's behavior, about him being, you know, being a jackass, making him basically dress out in the hallway. I remember, like, the Miz said that himself. He said he made him dress out in the hallway instead of in the locker room, and like places like the bathroom, and like, you know, you wanna change in the locker room. So I'm pretty sure he looked at the Miz like he was basically a nobody. And then, there's a couple other people. I heard he attacked the blue meanie, and at the time they had the ECW, I believe it was the One Night Stand pay-per-view, and this is where all the WWE guys were getting ready to face the ECW guys in a little like free fall match. And well, it wasn't a match, but that's how they was ending the pay-per-view. It was the ECW guys versus the WWE guys, and, you know, JBL caught one of the ECW guys, which was the Blue Meanie, and he decides to actually hit him. I'm talking about actually punch the guy, like punch him a couple of times. And the Blue Meanie tells that story, and his face was all bloodied up, and from actual punches from JBL. This is not something where it was a blade job where a wrestler takes a blade and cuts himself. No, JBL actually attacked him and decided to pummel his face up and bloodied him up. So that's being a jackass. Let's be honest here. And then there's just more stories. No, we can't get to all these stories, man. Like, there's a bunch of stories about JBL being a bully, being a jackass, being a type of guy who basically you don't really want to be around because, you know, he's an asshole. You know, I've heard also Steve Blackman had knocked him out because he was messing around with Steve Blackman also as well. So, you know, JBL, man, like JBL definitely kind of has a bad reputation for being a bully. There was a guy who had a sign on SmackDown that had said JBL bullied me, and they got rid of the guy pretty much immediately as soon as he had that sign. So the guy was literally walking around the arena. He was just walking around with the arena saying with a sign that said JBL bullied me. They got security and they threw the guy out. They literally threw the guy out. The guy even said it himself. I actually heard him in the interview. He said that they threw him out, literally. So hopefully they gave him his money back at least. But you know, my main question is this: should JBL be fired? Because from what I hear, that's trending. Like, that's like hashtag JBL should be fired. Should JBL be fired? Well, I will say this. I don't think JBL should be fired, but I definitely think he should be at least fined. I mean, like, I believe that should be some point where the WWE come at this guy and they say, yo, this will not be tolerated. No, at least, like, come on, like you gotta hope. I'm pretty sure maybe at some point they did talk to him. They made it, you know, well documented to like the world, for example. So they probably didn't definitely document that to the world. Suspending him would have definitely documented that to the world, that they at least care that he is doing stuff like that. So let's be honest here. The WWE had done things like the no bully campaigns. When you see stuff like that, it kind of makes the WWE look hypocritical, because you got guys like JBL bullying guys in the back on a regular basis down through the years. So these are my thoughts on that. It hasn't been any longer than that. This is What's on Jones. If you haven't done so, please go ahead to subscribe to my channel. Yo, I'm out. Deuce.